Hi guys, welcome back to the Two of Us show.
My name's Grant and this is Rosie.
We talk about spirituality,
Homelessness,
mental health,
also happiness,
bit
sadness,
of everything, even the governments.
and she made me cry. Well, yeah, we hope you enjoy this podcast, guys, and thanks so much for all your support. Can you please make sure that you do click subscribe? If you're watching on your telly, I'll put a little QR code up now, so you can go and pause it, scan it with your phone, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching. So, how did you feel on your first podcast?
Thought it was alright. How did you feel?
I felt boss, and I made up with the good feedback that we got offered as well. Makes you want to keep going, sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about this week?
I wanted to ask you, what did it be like when you was growing older and your brain, like when you wanted to do something and your brain thought of like 6 different ways? What did that make you feel like growing up, not knowing that you had bipolar?
That was normality to me. That's just what I thought it was. That's just the way I thought everyone's head. Everyone's brain went until I met you. That's when I realised, I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I might have something here.
Because I can just get up and do things, mate, and then like sometimes it's really hard for you to get up,
yeah.
Isn't it?
It's not that, right? So say you say, come on, let's go to the shops.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm thinking it's going to be chockhead me anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, if we're getting the buses, I don't want to get on the school kids' bus home. Do you know when all the kids are like leaving school or going to school?
Yeah.
That.
Because you know it's going to be chockhead.
That's the way I have to think. And then the third thing, I plan it out in my head. I've already gone the shops.
So what do you mean, plan it out in your head?
So I've already gone the shops in my head. I've already made that journey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because what I'll do is I'll think about, like, is it too? It's going to be too many people for me there. Am I going to get there and turn around? All that is all negative. By the time it comes to it, I'm knackered.
I remember when we first got here, and we was in the hotel to see you, and I said to you, should we go do a bargain? And you went, Rosie, I can't do it today. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then later on that night, you explained to me, you went, do you see, like, the shop? And I went, what? And you went, do you see, like, the outside of the shop and the sign and everything? And I was like, no. So I just get up and I've got to go to and bargain. So on the way there, I'm thinking about the list of what I've got to get. But you picture the pathway and walking there, and what if someone like drops shit on the floor and you're standing and stuff like that. I remember you explaining that. And also about the music as well. You listen to music, don't you? But you don't listen to it. You hear the background, you can picture the band.
Yeah, so do you know when you speak to someone on a message or on the phone, but you don't know what they look like, their voice creates an image, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so when I listen to music, I can hear the drums, the piano, but I look and I see that people's hands moving. I can hear the fella doing that with the drums, and also the singer, his lips singing the song. But I'm also doing the harmonies with the like as well.
Yeah.
As I'm listening, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you think that's a negative? I think that's...
No, I don't think that is. I think that's boss, and that's why I've liked so much music and so many different genres of music.
Yeah.
Like from classical up to rock and all rap and all that in between. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the bad thing is the anxiety that it creates when I need to do. So I've got something to do, but I'm dreading it. Like, so say, what we went through in Liverpool was so bad that I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
In case it happens again.
Yeah.
So, like, in Liverpool, that's where I've developed my own mental health problems. That's where I've developed an addiction. That's where I've had breaks up in relationship, breaking downs. That's where my mum's passed away. That's where my nan's passed away. My dad's passed away. So in my head, I'm thinking I need to get away from here. And that's why the day that when we were homeless and we were in the hotel, the Tune in Castle Street in Tune in, And we were getting by 30 quid off here, lending £30 here, lending £30, because it was only £35 a night, wasn't it? Plus this was in December, January.
Yeah.
And then it was, when it got to when Liverpool playing Chelsea at home, and we went down to pay for the other night, I think I had me clothes, chilled out, relaxed pyjamas, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think. We were just watching the telly, only so many channels worked and that.
Yeah.
Well, they had no internet and all, did we know? So when I'm in the hotel, when you went, go and pay for the next night in case we spend the money.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I went down, they said it's £145. That. I remember the whole room going boom and like dimming in on me, and I went, oh my God, what am I going to do? Not what am I going to do? How are we going to survive? Where are we going to live? What are we going to do? And then it was the 2 days before we were actually in the Tune Hotel, and when we phoned the homeless people.
Yeah.
It's all of that stuff affects me mental health.
Yeah.
So all the negative. Remember when we were they had all them camping beds next to each other?
Yeah.
The big dog and that. I don't like dogs. I don't know whose dog this is. I don't even know. Then you got people shooting up and doing the pipes and that.
I know.
And I was just thinking, wow.
It's a different world to the way we live now and the way we did live. It's completely different, eye-opener. I think your mental health is rocketed. Do you know what I mean? Like this period now, you should be in bed.
Yeah.
When reality, you can't move out the house. I think the past few weeks, I think we've went out once for a walk, and even that was a struggle for you to get outside.
Yeah.
So I think this period now is where you should be in bed because you're taking your meds and stuff. I think your brain's over active, but your body's in bed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so that I think it's when the kids have gone home, and then we went out for a drink, didn't we?
Yeah. It's
since that. But you see, when we were taking the kids home, I was drunk before we got to Liverpool.
Because you don't want to go back there.
Because it numbs, while I'm drinking, it numbs the thing, the pain of going into Liverpool.
Well, I can relate to that because every time we go to Liverpool, like I sort of like get anxiety over it because of the stuff that we've been through and stuff like that. And I it's not that I hate the city, I just hate being back to that person that I was.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I relive it in my head and I go, oh.
See, I don't relive that. I do actually, of being in addiction and that stuff. People think you slate Liverpool. It's not the people.
Yeah, it's not the city. It's not
the city. It's the council who doesn't help you. It's the lack of funding for mental health services and stuff like that. But then they'll put gates on your back door or say you haven't paid your council tax and stuff.
Yeah,
when they're doing like they'll do that. But they won't look after their own people, the council.
Yeah.
See, now, when we started doing content, what was our thing? I hope we don't go on the scouse side of TikTok or YouTube or social media. But, oh, my God, the love we've got from them is unbelievable. That has helped my mental health a lot, though.
Yeah.
From speaking to people who are from Liverpool, and not just Liverpool, all over the world, but who've had their mental health problems themselves.
Yeah.
And when you're bumping into people in the street and they go and use it, help them with my mental health, that gives me a little bit of a boost to try and carry on making content, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
Where normally now you said I'd be in bed.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely exhausted. I'd be asleep or wake all hours, binge eating, doom scrolling. I'd be doing all of those things. But because you've got me on top of my medication.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. But this is the period where it should be.
Yeah.
So when you say to me, come the shops, it's a struggle, Rose.
I understand that, but I do that for your own good because I'm not saying I'm normal, but it's sort of getting into the routine and helping you get out the house and defeating that anxiety. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Defeating the anxiety of being around people. Blackpool's a big place. Blackpool's chocker. It's different from now than it is in Liverpool because in Liverpool you was in addiction. So when I was going to shops and all that, it was different because obviously with your hoods up and stuff like that, and you didn't want to bump into people that you know. But we're in Blackpool, we don't know that many people. We only know like our supporters and our people that like follow us on social
They're the last
media.
thing I think of.
Never know. But what I'm saying is, if you bump into them, you get like, I can see the difference in your face now, bumping into people who know us off social media than people that knew us back at home. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm like a dog with a tail, and like I'm happy here now, then I'm back home.
So when we're going shop,
the people we knew back at home were no good for us.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is, like, when we go to the shops, even though that it's a bit busy, I can see you sort of zooming out, focusing on what to get from the shops more than what you did in Liverpool. So you'd be looking around in Liverpool where you're not. Yeah. Like, we go shops, you brave, when you brave it and you go out, obviously you've got it all going on in your head. Don't want, like, I just want to go home, or you're a bit busy and stuff like that. But when we get there, you can just see you focusing, and as soon as you come out and then come back home, you're going, you say to me, like, I needed that. I needed to be out. Like, it's a completely different scenario.
That's a different stage.
Yeah.
So there's different stages to it. So when you say, right, tomorrow we're doing this, I have all good intentions in doing that.
I know.
I really do, and I want to do that, and I want to do with you. But sometimes I can't. When I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, when I get up in the morning, I go, shit, she wants to go there, do the washing in the laundrette. Then she wants to go shopping, and then she wants to go into town and get some clothes or whatever. I'm like, I'm too thing going in my head. It's all too much. It's like sometimes when you say to me, don't you, come on, we go to shops, right? All right, we go to Iceland. In my head, I'm prepared for Iceland only and home. But when we get there, you go, hang on, just let me nip into the farm foods to get this. And they never had it in Iceland for the meal.
Yeah.
Or something. Then I start breaking down, going,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that bit there. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Right? Because you see people out there with ADHD, bipolar and stuff, and they're fucking thriving. Some of them aren't.
Yeah.
It's all false and it's an act, right? But because it's hard to do it. But when you're in addiction, it's easier to get your goal. So if I was in addiction out with drinks, and you said, come on, let's go to the shop, I go, yeah, come on, because I can pick my drinks up.
Yeah.
There'd be no problem in that.
I understand what
you mean. Do you know what I mean? If I wanted to, I don't know, if you said to me, come to the shops with me and I'll get you a drink.
Yeah.
I'll get you a ale or something like that. I'll go, come on then, hurry up then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the same as me nan. Me nan would say, do me a favour, lad, will you run the shop for me and I'll give you the tenner?
Yeah.
And then the next minute I run the shop for her. But that tenner's going straight on the ale.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, because like it's like that when I haven't got ciggies and then you go, come on, let's go to the shop, I'll get you ciggies. Like, we'll get you ciggies. So it makes you want to go.
That stops.
Yeah.
You went out because your addiction kicks in, your addiction takes over.
Yeah, I understand that. So what stages do you think you've been, like, obviously we know you've got ADHD and bipolar. I thought you had borderline personality disorder. That's my personal opinion. I still do think you've
got that.
I do, because I see, like, you've got, like, different personalities, so to say, but none of them are bad personalities.
Yeah.
It's just, like, 1 minute you're up and dancing, singing, stuff like that, and then the next minute you can be down, the next minute you can be, like, frustrated and angry, and you don't know what to do with yourself, and you don't know why you're feeling like that. That's three that I know, like, not up to now, because I've seen, like, a few different sides to you, like, where you're crying and then, like, you're happy in one. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of personalities that you've got. So what stages do you think that you've been through your life to understand where you are now?
See, I thought that was normal, what you're saying there, until I realised that it's not. Or as an adult, but as a kid, you create something. You create a persona to fit in.
Yeah.
To certain circumstances, whether it's going out the boozer with the lads, whether it's playing in the playground with the kids, whether it's doing stuff like that from your life. So all those personalities I've created over the years.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I understand what you mean.
And it depends what day it is that I go into that person. It's like every job I've ever gone for, I've got.
Yeah.
Because when I walk in the room, I understand. I look at people and I'll be what they want me to be.
Yeah.
To make them like me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And go, yeah, he was a nice lad, wasn't he?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And I prepare for that. It's the same as when I'm going out with the lads, when before I met you, there used to be 10, 11 of us going out towards the match.
Yeah.
And each one of us would get skittered throughout the night or the
Yeah.
day. But so when I walk into a pub, I've already got, because I'm a big fella as well, and I know people skip me only because of my weight, is I've already seen what you've got on. I've listened to what your conversation is with your bird, just in case you come at me with anything.
Yeah.
I've always got, shut up, lad, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. And that's why I've created that comedian inside of me, and that's why I've done that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I read the room too much.
Yeah.
And when I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it makes me paranoid. If you know what I mean. So that's where all the mental health and that kicks in. But when we were homeless, that's the worst mental health I've ever been. But the most strongest I've been, if you know what I mean.
I understand what you mean.
Because I've picked myself up. I'm saying from my point of view, not us.
Yeah.
Even though we have both done it, but I'm saying from my point of view, when I look back now, it seemed like one of my personalities just grabbed me and went, no, we're going to have to plow through this.
Yeah.
And dragged me through it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've been on autopilot, although my personalities took over and done what we've had to do to survive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where it comes to money or whether it comes to doing jobs and that. But I'm honest to God, I would go to a job and as soon as I'm walking, if I don't like the manager, I'd get off.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that's the way I am.
I know.
So that's why I hated working on agency work.
Yeah.
If you know, because you didn't know what you were getting, and my head was all over the place. I overthink before I even got there. Do you know what I mean? I wonder what time break is.
Yeah.
Shit like that, I wonder what. So you're going around and wonder if these pay on time. Because I've had PTSD off 2 other jobs you haven't paid me on time.
Yeah.
So then I'm nervous over the wages not going in. I've been to work for 2 or 3 weeks and I've never even been paid for it because the company's gone bankrupt or into administration.
Do you think you've got PTSD over money because of your ex-partner?
A little bit, yeah. It's just because when you're working and you're coming home and your money's getting taken off, and you're not getting love on, you're not getting nothing in return.
Yeah.
That PTSD kicked in where, like, I'd get a tax rebate and I'd want to spend it because I didn't like it in my hands.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not going to get it, she's going to get it and I'm still going to be horrible to me. So that's what that was over the money situation. I'm a lot healthier financially with money.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm not. If you know what I mean?
But there's a big difference to the way we was with money.
Yeah, because we'd spend the last pound, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And now we're finding pounds at the bottom of the purse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's where, like, it's changed. But your mental health also hurts with the financial stuff.
It does, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It does. Where people say money can't buy your happiness, obviously that's a real thing. But in the same sense, I disagree with it. Because obviously the love is bigger than anything in the world. That is one thing that can't buy your happiness. That is one thing that money can't buy.
Yeah.
Is love. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm like, if you've got money and you're financially okay and there's a roof over your head, the money does buy your happiness. Does that make sense? Because
only to a certain point.
No, I know.
If I had all the money in the world and this mental health, and someone said, "Give me all that money and I'll sort your head out," I'd give them.
No. What you don't understand what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to say is it buys your happiness because you can see happiness on your kids' faces, on each other's faces, because there's food in, there's a house over your head, the electric's paid, everything. So if you're skimp up, then your mental health decreases a lot. Because if you've got no money to pay, you're always battling in your head. Where's your next meal going to come from?
And get it then.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
saying you can have all the money in the world and that will buy you happiness. It won't. That's what I'm trying to say. The love overtakes that 100%. The love from your family and friends and the people that surround you, as long as they're in good.
It's not happiness, it's comfortability. It's being stable and comfortable. Whereas, see this place now, because I've been homeless 4 times.
It doesn't make you happy.
It makes me happy, but I still worry in case he wants to sell it.
Yeah, I understand
because of
that,
the previous
but we've got different
situations.
brains.
Yeah, I know, Bab. But I'm waiting for the letter to drop on the door. Do you know what I mean? You're not. You don't think, and I'd love to do that. I would, but I'm not saying this is because when we lived as a kids and that, my man had 15 different houses, Bab, in 10 years.
I know, but I had the one house.
Yeah, I know. That's why you can think the way you are.
I know, because my dad always went out and worked for the money.
Yeah.
So that money got us a bit of security, a bit of happiness, because we always had a house a roof over our head. We always had a meal on the table. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it buys all the happiness. It doesn't. But if you're skint, you go, oh, because you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. You don't know how you're going to eat and stuff like that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys the things that makes you happy.
When I've got money, I still suffer with mental health.
I know, I'm not saying that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. But to me, that is a big problem. That's where mental health kicks in. Like, not mental health, but where I go, oh, and go low.
Yeah, because you're thinking about the rent and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying. I thought when you said that money does buy you happiness, that's not being happy.
I'm saying, but it helps you along the road of being happy.
Because your final destination's going to be happy, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it would. That's your opinion. My personal opinion, I think money would not sort up my problems out.
No,
I need my brain rewiring. I need to go back to when I was a kid to sort my problems out.
Yeah, no, money won't solve my problems, but it's helped a lot. I'm now not homeless. I now don't have to worry about where my next meal's going to come from because we're working our asses off. Do you know what I mean? We're not just sitting here and getting money for nothing. We're actually working our asses off, and I'm proud of that. So it brings me a bit of happiness because we've now got a roof over our heads. We're out of the shit. We're out of the addiction of drinking. We're a lot happier in ourselves. So it's made me happy. So, but that's not the main cause of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do, yeah. I know where you're coming from. I get that. 100%.
It was going to be weird.
It was going to be weird, but we'll skip that bit. Because I know I'll never win anyway. And we'll just be saying the same thing over and over.
Alan Fitt's coming out of me there, isn't he?
Proper, yeah. Very stubborn, aren't you? For you, it's different for me than it is for me. And that's why I won't agree with you, what you're saying.
Yeah. The only time I think I'll ever get close to being in the way you feel is the very first time I got anxiety.
Do you know when you say this, the first time you got anxiety? Do I know? Was I there, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So it was when your ma's funeral?
No, it was...
It was in your ma's when your mum passed away and you were sorting the funeral out?
Yeah, when I was in the kitchen.
That was a build-up, though. Do you see the way you're saying about personalities? If you think of them days when you're waking up, you're going down, you're sorting your mum's thing out, and people are coming, you're still putting on a persona, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so you think of that. I've done that all my life, and that's where you've put your persona on.
Yeah.
Broke down overnight crying to me in the bed, and then the next day all over again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So...
No, but that day when I was doing them butties, right, and all Danielle came in and tried helping, do you know what I mean? And then my dad come in to show me something, and he was just next to me. Like, I kicked off. I flipped because because there was noise from each side and she was cutting. It was so many things in one scenario. Like, I was trying to look at the phone, what my dad was trying to show me. I think it was the flowers, actually, because my auntie sent him over where she got the flowers from. And so he was showing me that. Then Danielle took over the job that I was doing, because my mum was just being laid out in the living room. Do you know what I mean? So I was trying to keep myself, because I knew more people was coming. So I had to make butties and, like, host, do you know what I mean? So as I was buttering the bread, Danielle come over and started, like, saying, oh, do I need to help you? Do you want me to cut the sausage rolls? So I can hear the knife there. I can still picture it in my head. And every time I do, I get, like, proper infuriated inside, do you know what I mean? So I can hear the knife that side, my dad talking, I can see the screen, and then, like, the wrappers rustling and all that, and I just went, ah! I just kicked off.
Yeah.
That is the only time I think I can relate to you with anxiety and people around you. Sometimes I'll get it now when we're going out on the prom and there's too many people, and, like, they're walking up your ass because it's a different scenario here. In Liverpool, people know you.
Personal barrier, the personal space.
Yeah.
In Blackpool, though, it's a tourist thing.
I know.
So they're walking and they're relaxed because they're on holiday.
Yeah.
We're living day by day. So I do think Blackpool people need to learn about personal space, because in Liverpool, if you want to go past someone because they're walking slower, you go around them, but you leave a massive gap.
Yeah.
In Blackpool, they wait for you to part.
Yeah.
To stop, turn around and go, yeah, you go past.
Yeah.
Don't they?
But didn't your Crocs up here?
I know, yeah.
You take your shoes off at your front door, mate, someone stepping in them. Like, I just don't, like, and that does get too much for me sometimes. But other than that, I've, like, had suicidal thoughts when I was younger. My sister had to stay in the room with me for a full week.
Why was that?
I think I just had enough. I was always arguing with my dad. I was always arguing, like, and I didn't feel, like, comfortable in myself. Like, I was getting bullied at school. But obviously at school I was putting a brave face on and, like, kicking fuck out of people and fighting and that. But that still didn't, like, change the fact of who I am and they're telling the truth. Do you know what I mean? In my eyes, I used to question myself. Like, when I'd look at a mirror, I'd go, am I looking at this mirror straight? Because of my eye. Do you know what I mean? So I used to cry. People don't, like, so I had a lot of mental health growing up, but I never ever let it get to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously I didn't know what mental health was, though.
No, I didn't know what mental health was, but I knew I was down. I knew I was depressed.
Depressed, yeah.
Yeah, I knew about depression. I didn't know nothing about it, about nothing else. I used to question who was going out over weekends and that, because I didn't want to get the piss took out of me. But I knew all my mates wasn't like that anyway. Do you know what I mean? But I'd still question it every weekend.
Yeah.
Or every day.
In case that's a certain person was there or something.
Yeah. Because
I think everyone does that as a kid, I think.
Yeah.
I think I remember doing that.
Because we used to hang around with people from Breck Road as well. So when the girls and that would come over from Breck Road and stuff, they was a lot rougher in my eyes. The girls off Breck and that, do you know what I mean? Still wasn't scared or nothing because I wouldn't back down from nothing. But it was like intimidated sort of thing, do you know what I mean? Because of the way I was. And I didn't want that confrontation. Yeah.
Do you think kids today are like that?
I think it's a lot more open-minded. And I think that's the way it should have been.
I believe that, yeah, and I think, you're right there.
I think it should have been the way it was then, because people was hardening themselves and it was a lot more difficult to come out who you was, and do you know what I mean? And like, me personally, I had 3 different group of mates at one point, and I didn't want to tell them that I was going out with them and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Because I didn't want them to judge me. And
you just slag, friend slag.
Yeah. No, but it wasn't that. I'd just have a better time going out with other people and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? And like, you get not more of a bomb, but I knew like the people that I ended up starting to go with all the time was the people I grew up with in nursery. Like, do you know what I mean? So it was like, I always had that connection with them.
Yeah.
So the people that I've met throughout schools and that and stuff like that, you part ways from different people, don't you? And don't get me wrong, I had connections with all of them, but I'd always drift back to them because they were my childhood friends anyway.
Yeah.
And I'd always have a better time coming on. Don't get me wrong, we had murder all the time. It was like a group of mates that you'd never have. I swear, we'd have murder all the time, but be best mates still.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They was like, we used to have this saying, I go, cha-da, because we know when the argument to get that far, we go, oh, cha-da. And then that was it, the argument stopped, and then we'd start laughing because the way we've said cha-da, do you know what I mean? It was one of our mates, Patrick, he actually made that, and it, oh, cha-da. So we'd all say it because we take and then we'd all start laughing, do you know what I mean? So it broke the ice a bit. So there was different things with different certain people, but them was the light of your life, do you know what I mean? Because you go, oh, I hope they're out and I hope certain people and the thing was out. So it would make you more brighter, but I'd still have that feeling like, oh, who's going to be out?
Do you think that you can spot mental health in other people now?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. From having that job when I was 17, like, I was working with people with borderline personality disorder. I think I spotted it in you a lot. I think we was 2 months in. Like I said on the last episode, like, I've seen a lost little boy in your eyes, do you know what I mean? I can spot it in people. And I can spot when people are down, but a lot more now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd watch people on lives, you know, and I'd go, look at them. Do you know what I mean? Like, you feel sorry for people because you don't actually know what's going on behind closed doors or nothing.
No, so we had a comment, didn't we, yesterday on Instagram of this motivational woman or something. Mm-hmm. And she went, all they need, because it was over the video was making that table, all they need to do is to just talk to each other or something, blah, blah, blah. So she was totally wrong by what she said because she's judged by the one video.
Yeah.
The video was created on live, wasn't it?
On a live, yeah.
And took off the live and put on there. So it's not like we set the camera up and done it.
Yeah.
So she's judging us from that, where if she'd have clicked on our page and went scroll down, she'd have seen a different side to us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't want to make the content because I haven't got it in me, Rose. It's you. It's all yours.
Because it's our job.
It's not. It's just like when we make the content, right? Sometimes I go, I can't be arsed, Rose. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a perfectionist, aren't I?
Yeah.
So when you say, come on, let's do this video, I'm fucking like, oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Most of the time, you're on it, and then, but do you know what? It's used keeping the whole thing going. Because me personally, if it was just me, I'd have quit by now. I'd have stopped it.
Yeah.
And I think it's you who eggs it on. And
the names of the owners are Tyler Jay and Brodie Leigh, the partners in life and partners in business. Kind of like Hush, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Driving force behind King's Aesthetics Training Academy. They're proudly recognised as finalists in the UK Hair and Beauty Awards 2025. We are also regulated and worldwide recognised educators specialising in beauty, aesthetics, SPMU, cosmetic tattooing, and piercing treatments and training. They have advertised it. You can cut that bit out, can't you? Their expertise.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
That bit.
Right.
Their expertise includes advanced aesthetic treatments, lip skin boosters, PDO threads, fat dissolving, and more. The fully accredited training academy, CPD, and internationally recognised course that they provide. Signature techniques developed by Tyler Jay, comprehensive education pathways from beginner to advanced across beauty, aesthetics, and SPMU disciplines. We need to do this better.
Come here. Let's do it. I can do it.
I'll read that bit out if you want.
No, you do the first bit.
Look at them. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Two of Us show. My name is it's Grant. Hi guys, and welcome to the Two of Us show. My name's Grant.
And I'm Rosie.
Some of us you know us as the Positive Two. We've just done our first ever podcast on the couch. And we've just went in depth about our life, sadness, happiness. There's a few laughs in there. We haven't told you everything.
Also a few tears.
Yeah, a few tears. So before we start, we're just going to read out today's sponsors for this episode.
King Aesthetics Training Academy. These are partners in business and partners in real life. The names are Tyler Jay and Brodie Leigh. They're proudly recognised as finalists in the UK Hair and Beauty Awards 2025. They're also regulated worldwide and recognised educators specialising in beauty, aesthetics, SPMU, and cosmetic tattooing and piercing treatments and training. Their expertise include advanced aesthetic treatment, lips, skin, boosters, PTO threads, fat dissolving and more. They're also fully accredited training academy, CPD and internationally recognised course. Signature techniques developed are by Tyler. Comprehensive education pathways from beginner to advanced across beauty, aesthetics and SPMU disciplines. A professional supportive environment. Sorry, can you...
Do you want me to carry on?
No, can you
Yeah.
A professional supportive environment designed to empower students and deliver client excellence, and also offer over 50 fully accredited training courses. So at King Aesthetics, they're committed to raising standards worldwide and delivering training that is trusted, accredited and industry recognised. Their vision is to ensure every client receives safe, high quality treatment and every student leaves with confidence, skills and qualifications to succeed. So they are based in in Wigan, isn't it?
King's Aesthetics is on 7 Warrington Road, Ashton and Makerfield, just off the East Lancs. From their beginnings to becoming a HBA 2025 finalist, their journey is proof that passion, education and innovation changes lives. Tyler Jay and Brodie Leigh, King's Aesthetics Training Academy.
Thank you guys for sponsoring this. The government's interrupted. Right, that's another thing. What do you feel on the government and stuff like that? Like, do you think they're overpowering, aren't they? It's a lot of scaremongering, isn't it?
Yeah, politics is hard to stay out of it, Rose.
Yeah.
Only because we know they're doing wrong, the government, but they're trying to make us fight with everyone. The normal people fight with the other normal people.
Yeah, but that makes people's mental health decrease more.
Of course it does. Don't you think that's why they're doing it? Don't you think that's why they go into certain different situations and places that are run down in your area?
Yeah.
And the people who are just above the breadline, if that.
Yeah.
Well, we were below the breadline and we had 2 jobs. It was just because of the addiction.
Yeah.
Do you think that, you remember when we had the 2 jobs and we had money coming in constantly? Do you think if we weren't in addiction, we'd have been more successful in life?
No.
Why?
100% because this was our path.
This was our path. Yeah, you always say that, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. No matter what's happened, like, we've been through some things in our relationship and, like, in our families. No matter what, that could have all been different, but it wasn't. This was our path.
Is there any time in the relationship where you've thought, you know what, I'm done?
Yeah, about 5 times.
About 5 serious times?
About 5 serious times. But
what made you stick and do it? What made you want to work at it that day?
Because I know you and I know me. It was the surroundings around us that was making me go, fuck this. Do you know what I mean? Because in reality, sort of say, there was things that had dragged you and you just wouldn't listen to me or stuff like that. The relationship could have been a lot better. We could have done things together and stuff, but because of the addiction and that, we never done nothing. And when we did do stuff, it would just go out and have drinks. Do you know what I mean?
We weren't there, was we?
No.
We were fucking boys.
Because 2 years into our relationship, well, you've got to think, them 2 years, we were just in bed, hanky-panky, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, oh my God, it was like fireworks.
But we was for the 4 years, you know.
Never know.
Do it like, because I think, and we still do it now, but we lost it, didn't we? Like, for 4 years, we end up, I think, personally, we become friends.
Yeah.
Who just live with each other.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So up until 2 years, up for the first 2 years, then you've got to think your nana passed away, then your mum, and then my mum. So 2 years after our relationship started, we lost the 3 most important people in our life, Grant.
Yeah.
So everything went down the neck.
Do you think that, like, because the same situation, it kept us together?
Sort of, yeah.
Whereas if your mum was still here, would we be together? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But I don't know.
I think we comforted each other
through
it. If you know what I mean. And through the grief.
I don't know, because I honestly, like, I don't know. I can't explain it to you because...
Would you change anything about our relationship now?
Not now, I wouldn't.
Not one thing? Nah,
No.
Me neither.
No, because now I feel like you're getting what you need as well, like, so, because we're in a bigger place, like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's more rooms, you have your personal space and everything. I know I don't go out much, but because I've got no mates, and I'm like, I hate being a loner.
Yeah.
Even though that you might be in the other room, I know that you're there. Do you know what I mean? But
so why don't you get mates then?
Because I hate getting mates.
You've had mates, Bob?
I know.
And then...
Because it comes with a lot of responsibility.
It's not that. Do you know what it is with mates, I'll be honest with you? It's the backstabbing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
With me.
It comes with
and
a
it's
lot of
given all that. I can't give all... I've given enough energy to everybody else except for myself.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So now I'm trying to give myself a little bit more energy and a little bit more guidance to in my head, trying to control the voices in the head.
Yeah.
To say, look, stop.
Yeah.
Pack it in. And the people went with the people that I have been around, my friends, they've always been into drinking and to other stuff.
Yeah.
So you're always inclined to do that.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. It's a big responsibility because you're expected to go places and stuff like that. Like, I've met a good mate off TikTok, Demi, right? And I absolutely adore the girl. And if I was to ever meet her, Grant, I'd fucking give her a big hug. Because, honest to God, when I'm angry with you or something like that, I'd just phone her. But not even to bitch about you, because it's not like that anymore. I just want to talk to someone else, something different away from you. So I'll phone Demi and I'll just, like, be talking shit to her. But it's different when you live close to someone, because I feel like you're inclined to go out with people and do things, do activities. But that's not me. I've done all that. And I don't want to do that no more. I like being in my own home setting. I like doom scrolling on TikTok, and that is my life.
Yeah.
I feel a lot more. That's myself. I said to you today, I want to start reading my books again, because I know I'm scrolling too much. But I'd rather sit in the house, read a book, or play on TikTok than go out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's true. Just what we've been through, I think, though, Rose.
Yeah. I've had enough of it all. It's just got too much now where family backstab you. You've got friends that have done the same. I've done it to friends as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just blaming it on everyone else. I've done it to friends as well. I had a group of friends and I fucked them all off for one person. Not you, like this other girl, do you know what I mean? And I stood by her when she was the one in the wrong. And I shouldn't have ever done that. Do you know what I mean? Because these mates, I mean mates that have grew up, and I've had a message off two of them saying, I can't believe how well you're doing. And it just goes to show the people that actually care about you, you fucking...
People do care, Rose, and I didn't think they did. Honest to God, yeah, I always thought people are just out for themselves.
Yeah.
Until we started on social media.
Yeah.
Our videos, you will get snowflakes because that's just the way society wants you to be. Because we've been through what we've been through, and we think nothing is that deep.
Yeah.
Society, people make it deeper than it actually is.
Yeah.
Nothing really is that level. No one is getting at you. No one's getting at me. The thing with social media with me was I was criticising people as I'm scrolling, saying, oh, you know, like, and I was like, in my head, I'm talking about myself.
You're criticising yourself.
I'm looking at the man in the screen, basically, the reflection, and criticising myself. But I've also always known, like, there's something else coming. Do you know what I mean? In my life.
So is that sort of like spirituality stuff?
Yeah.
Because you're a lot into that, aren't you?
Not into it, it just happens to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're all weird, like.
It is though, isn't
it? No, but it's just crazy because I only used to read like horoscopes and that. Remember you say, what are you doing with that shit?
Yeah.
And I'd read it out every day to you, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Whether you cared about it or not, but you'd sit there and listen to me, you know. Do you know what I mean? But now it's a lot bigger, and since I've been with you, you've had some bad luck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not putting that down.
I told you that though, didn't I?
Yeah, but when you said, oh, bad luck follows me everywhere, I didn't believe it until I lived it, mate. Until I went,
no, it is.
Hell.
But it's not that. It's not that. It's just, I'm always like worried.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be worried about.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was in the shower yesterday, right? And I got the shower and I went, just have a quick shower, lad. And I went, why? I'm talking to myself. I went, why?
Yeah.
Chill out, lad. You got the whole night.
Yeah.
If you're an hour in the shower, you're an hour in the shower.
It's like you're always...
I'm always like, I'm always like, where am I going to be next? It's like I'm always going to be somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what does my head in. But when I was a kid, right, I used to have that, I still do it now. What is it? The sleep paralysis is called.
Yeah.
But I always remember this fella standing with a hat on the shadow of the hat. Yeah. And this is when we lived in Bowler Street. I must have been about 9, 10, going 11. And then we moved again.
Yeah.
So, when that was happening, I was scared, so scared of a night time going to sleep. And that's where anxiety was happening and overthinking and stuff. And is he going to come tonight? Is he going to come tonight? But that went right through my childhood. Like, he'd come every now and again.
Yeah.
For years and years. Until one day, I realised I'm not scared of him no more.
Yeah.
And then that's when I know that it sounds bonkers and you're thinking he should be fucking in a straitjacket, this fella.
Yeah.
But I remember the sleep paralysis, and when I woke up, I went, you know, tonight, if he comes tonight, I'm gonna do his head in. And I remember when he come that night, I remember saying, don't worry about it, you can do it. And I remember like coming out my body and flying through him, and he hasn't been back since.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I knew how to do that. I think it was just because if I can't beat him physically, I've got to beat him spiritually, you know, like.
Yeah, because you have always been into like meditation and that and stuff, so that could have guided you a lot more than what you thought. Do you know what I mean?
I tried the meditation, but I was doing all right with meditation when my father passed away.
Yeah,
I was doing great, but you can't be doing that and then putting poison in your system.
Yeah. I remember I got into Buddhism. Is that how you say it? I got into that, and this woman, Suzanne, used to do mine and my mate's eyebrows. And when I first got the house, in Cambria, I went around and I was told, I'm dying to get into this Buddhism. I felt like I was looking for God, but I didn't know what it was. But because I've always been a Catholic and I never went to church or nothing until like my communion and that, I think that was the way to go, like around. But I ended up doing it anyway, and I remember sitting there and I was praying to the Buddhas. But like you sort of don't pray. You sit there and like look at one spot and close your eyes and obviously like talk. But I thought it was working, but it wasn't. It was just me being fucking
relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then it wasn't till I got with you and a lot more stuff started happening, but like in bad ways, bad luck. And I was like, have I fucking done the wrong prayer? Like, I've actually thought that, do you know what I mean? You know, when the bad luck starts up, I thought, have I done the bad, like, but not towards you, have I done a bad luck spell?
It was just me.
Yeah, no, you fucking, we moved in with my she was gone a week later.
Don't say that, Rose.
No, but it was just like one of them things, do you know what I mean? But it's mad, so when we've got to know each other a bit more and we've been speaking about spirituality and stuff. I remember we was laying in the little room one night because we had the 2 single beds, didn't we? But it was too hot. The window wide open. And it was just after your nana passed away. This is what made me believe more, And a light, a little tiny light, but it was like a little fairy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it just came. And it just landed right next to me on the pillar, but in the middle of us two. And that's what made me believe more in spirituality than darkness. Because I've always been a dark kid,
Tell me about
it.
You are absolute crank, Rose.
No, but I've always been like morbid, Grant. Like, even if my mum would burn a finger in that, and I'd laugh. And she'd go, you evil bastard, where do I go? People will fall over in the street and I'd just laugh my head off. I've always been like that Satan kid, do you know what I mean?
Satan kid.
I have. I've always been dead
you're
evil.
Lovely, Rose.
No, in there I'm lovely, but my brain goes, ha 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 ha. Look at that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
especially when fat people fall over.
I laugh at you falling over.
Yeah. No, but do you know what I mean? So every time my mum was here, she'd go, come on, laugh. And I'd go, sitting there like a big fat kid with jaws. I mean, not trying not to laugh. Do you know what I mean? And it just come to the point where I go, no. And I think that's what settled me, that little light. And I was like, la 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 la. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Before my nan passed away, I remember during COVID when I was doing the care work with this fella called Handsome.
Mm.
He came from Nigeria and he loved God and all that, but he never spoke to me about God. He used to have a cross in his car and that.
Yeah.
Like a little cross and chain. And I was talking to him and all that, and I said, honest to God, Rosie, I was an atheist, me. I just didn't believe in nothing. Bullshit, whatever. And then I was and what I was been through, I was going, well, this isn't. I said, this is hell, what we're living in.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to make it. That's what Satan or the devil, so to say, is trying to make this his own hell.
Yeah.
And the only place is up, for the heaven and stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember getting this overwhelming feeling in my stomach of like love. Do you know what I mean? And then the next minute I was going, what's that? What's that? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And then the next minute Nan passed away, that was him saying, don't worry about what's coming.
Yeah, because you had the urge to go to church and that, didn't you?
Yeah, I started wanting to go to church before my nan passed away.
Yeah.
I want to start going to church and all that. And church didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I think this is the church, home of the church.
Yeah.
I think you should. I do believe in...
Because it's your temple, isn't it?
Yeah, I do believe in everything.
Yeah.
But the church, I don't agree with what they do, what they are.
It's sort of satanic in churches, do you think that?
Yeah.
Like with the music and it's the organ, when they play the organ, it's like...
It's all like dulling and doom.
It's like inviting the devil sort
Yeah.
of thing. But the only time I've actually went to church... Now, I've been to church a few times, obviously funerals and all that, was when my dad had COVID and Ardingale, I don't know what was up there, but they never come to the church with me, you know, when I was sorting the funeral out. I had to go on my own one day, and I was sitting there, Grant, and it was like, it was too big for me. It was just massive. And I was looking around, and obviously...
They're very overwhelming, aren't they, churches?
Like I was sitting there on my own, and I'd done the full service, like the service thing. Did I? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then I had to wait for them at the end for the fit. And I can just remember looking, and I was going, I don't think I'd come to church. But now I would, because we've been a few times while we've been in Blackpool, haven't we?
But I think churches are all. Churches are for me. I have tried that way inclined, because obviously when you're suffering, Rose, I mean, we were homeless and everything's going wrong.
You want to try.
You want to try and see if there's, you know, if I went to God, will I get good luck and stuff like that, you know? And
yeah, but you make your own luck. I think.
your path's done.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think he makes your path for you. I think we're here a lot quicker than what we should have been.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do, 100%.
I think, because I remember walking down Lytton Road, and you got a shock.
I got a big mass. It pushed me forward, didn't it?
Yeah, and
like a lucky shock.
The next minute, everything started going a bit our way. But it was like a week of like arguing with each other. After that, if you can remember, and we was arguing with each other for like a week straight. And then next minute, it turns a leaf, and we moved into the place. Remember where the lecky kept going off, and they was having murder all the time.
Yeah.
And we moved into there. I think that was like 2 weeks later or something, wasn't it? A few weeks later, anyway, after that. And we moved into there. And then next minute they was having murder, but obviously we found a place for cheaper, which was the bed set. Obviously it was small and we was always arguing, but that's where we started our next
journey.
chapter.
Yeah, in our next chapter. That day, do you remember when we went to Home and Bargain? We were walking home and we'd literally only turned around a corner, walked one block, and we were nearly home.
Yeah.
It's like all those blocks had gone missing.
Yeah, but
like a time slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the thing to hear. And it was like we weren't meant to be here.
Yeah.
But don't forget, our life was a mess, Rose.
I know.
It was a mess.
So we
were walking around Liverpool on the streets with bags, backpacks coming out the fucking ears. 2 on there, 1 on my arm, and that wasn't really bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it was so hard. And I just wish society would still. I think we all should look after our own at this moment in time, the way the world is. Obviously, the government wants to separate you, and that's why they try and divide you into certain things.
Like categories.
Like categories, like the poor, the rich, or the, what is it called, the middle class, and that.
Yeah.
That's a load of shit. That's to separate us all in categories. Really, if my son was ever homeless, any of my nieces and my nephews and anything like that, I would put them up 100%, no matter what. I would look after them. But if they're in addiction and doing what they're doing, I understand where we couldn't get that help.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because people are like, I'm not putting up with them too.
Yeah.
I get that 100%. But if someone had just reached out and just reached their arm out and helped us, we'd have been in a better place faster.
Yeah.
But not in this place.
But before that, right, I think we had a lot of help.
Of your dad?
Yeah, but before we was homeless.
Who off?
Not a lot of help like that, but like we'd take the piss out to people and ask for money and stuff like that. And
because we were in addiction?
No, I know.
That's what you do, I mean.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So, what I'm trying to say is, do you think we would have got a lot more help if we didn't take the piss all those years asking for money and stuff?
Well, put it this way, Rosie. I used to lend 20 quid at the end of every month to get over with the kids for the weekend and go to Aldi with it or whatever off a family member.
Mm.
And then as soon as they found out we were homeless,
Yeah.
they said, I'm not lending you no more money because you're homeless. And this family member's got money. And I thought to myself, well, hang on a minute. Isn't that when you are supposed to be helping me?
Yeah.
I just could not get that point of it and that bit of it. And that done it for me, because that was like, wow. And there's no way in the world that I would ever do that.
No.
I'm too good for my own nature, Bob.
Yeah.
But I thought everyone was like our friends and family members until we started the social media start of it.
Yeah.
And the support that we've got. But also the amount of people who are in the same situation is absolutely unbelievable.
It is, isn't it?
And they're going through harder times than us. We never had a kid.
No.
To carry around with us. My kids were in with the mum.
Yeah.
They were comfortable, safe, and at home.
Yeah.
And that's where we were lucky in that sense.
100%.
Because imagine, Bob.
I know.
Do you know 100%. What I mean?
100%.
But also, I don't think we would have been in addiction. I don't think we would have done this, done that. I think we would have, do you know what I mean? The councils are wrong in what they're doing. And they know they are. And I've got the proof still on my phone of emails of the council saying, as soon as they've sold the house, we'll help you out.
Yeah,
and then them saying and then going back on the thing and saying, no, we're not helping you.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get through to the manager still to this day.
I know.
And it's wrong, Bob, you know.
I think he went, I'll put you through, and just never, ever.
Did you remember me messaging the Echo fella?
Yeah.
And the fella said, I'll speak to you on Monday. I'm off now, out the office now. They didn't want to know. The Echo knows that they're in.
Because
the Echo are in
with it, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's just why I don't like Liverpool. I love the people. The people are great, right? But I just hate the way the council, the Echo, all of those businesses and everything to do with it.
Yeah.
And the police, they're all horrible there. They're nasty, Bob.
I know.
Aren't the police different in Liverpool than they are here?
100%.
What are they like in Liverpool? They just want to go through your door. They want to meet you.
Scared.
And scared. That's what they're like.
Yeah.
But in Lancashire Police, where we are now, these will have a full-on conversation with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We had the Matrix kicking fuck out of us fucking years ago, 2008, Bob. 2007, 2006. We were getting fucking kicked to fucking...
Remember that rule coming that you couldn't walk around in gangs?
Yeah, you can't walk around in gangs.
We always had to walk like
two by two. Remember, listen to this. The police ended up getting one of our mates, Denny, he's black. They put him in the back of a police van and knocked fuck out of him, calling them all kinds of names.
Sure.
And he went to court and all that. The court fucked him off.
See, it's disgusting.
There's
a lot of things.
Liverpool lets itself down by the council.
Yeah.
By Labour, by these. But the councils, they're only in it for themselves. That's why they won't help you. My sister's on the street, got 2 kids there. She, no. As soon as she phoned them, someone else phoned them. They went, yeah. Because she was in a park bench. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Then they're asking you, send me your details, send bank details, send this, send your goldfish's date of birth, do you know what I mean? And then when it comes to it, they go, no. And I think, you've just got all my data.
Yeah.
And refused.
Yeah.
They never refused because of the data. They refused because of the situation.
Yeah.
So why do you want that data?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean. So why
do you want me bank statements? Why do you want all of that stuff?
Yeah.
If you're going to refuse me anyway.
Yeah.
Why? So they can put it on file and do what? The file goes in the bin.
Yeah.
It's terrible what they're doing. The mental health team, and they come out to me. I went, get out of that chair, and fuck off. Write your feelings down on a piece of paper. Are these out of the mind or what?
Yeah.
What are they getting trained?
I know.
The people are sitting there. They're not even listening to you. They're sitting there. He had his fucking finger already pieced it out of the folder.
Yeah.
Waiting for me to shut up so he can go, yeah. Write your feet. Because he wasn't listening.
No.
He's thinking, hurry up, shut up.
Yeah, just let me pass
And as soon as I stopped talking, he went, well, write your feelings down on this piece of paper. I said, get that piece of paper on the pen and get the fuck out the house. Only because you're not helping.
Yeah.
The crisis team. It's a fucking crisis. It's in a crisis.
I remember when we went up to visit the hospital and I was crying to the man, going, you need to take him. You need to take him in tonight because I can't be on this. Like, I think it was like the second time you tried, like,
doing myself in.
And I was crying and I was like, I can't be up all night again. Like, obviously we was in work at the time, wasn't we? And I was like, I've been up 2 nights on the trot, not a bit of sleep because I've been on suicide watch.
Yeah.
Like, you need to help him. Like,
they're not interested.
I know. And I was literally crying to the man. And you walked out the room. And I stayed behind, didn't I? And I was like, well, what can you do? And he was like, well, nothing. We'll send someone out tomorrow. I said, well, tomorrow could be too late.
You don't want to know. Do you know what, Bob? Do you know when you do want to end it all and give up? You don't think about nothing else, you know?
Yeah.
Do you remember when people say, that's the easy way out? I'm telling you now.
That's the hardest way out.
No, wait there. I am telling you now. That is the hardest thing to ever go through.
Yeah.
Ever. Because you're not even thinking. I wasn't thinking about my kids. Yeah. I just wanted to go. Nothing's here for me. I have nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's the way that was in my mind. No one. I've got nothing or no one. I can't speak to anyone. I can't let me feelings known. I can't get the medical attention that I needed. I can't get this. I can't. It's always every door was shut. And I was going, well, what's the fucking point in being here?
Yeah.
And you don't even think about your kids, you know.
No.
They wasn't even in my mind because you're very self-thought of.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is putting yourself down, so you're thinking about the way you are. Yeah.
People think it's selfish. It's not.
It's not selfish.
It's only selfish because you know that they're only thinking about themselves. But every right is there for you to think about yourselves going through what you're about to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it is selfish on people looking out, but it's not for the people that's going through it. That is one of the most hardest things to do. Imagine, like, obviously you can imagine because you've been through it. Like, I was a kid when I thought of that. Do you know what I mean? And it's never ever come in my mind again. Well, do you know what I mean? But it's just. So when you get, what was I saying?
About ending it.
Yeah, so then when you get people that say, oh, it's selfish, you're not thinking about this, you're not thinking about that, it's because people that are actually doing that know that, well, 99% of the time, know that their kids are safe anyway, so they don't need to think about them. They don't need to think about other people around them because of what's going on in here.
It's just too much.
Do you know what I mean?
It's too much. That's why they want to do it. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Both men and women, children are all doing it.
Yeah.
And it's on the rise because there's no medical help out there.
Know.
There's no one sitting there.
Wait.
You're sitting there, right, with somebody who's probably never had to worry about money. The mum and dad have probably owned their own house. They've always been sorted and they've gone to had a boss education. Then they've gone to university and they've got no real people dealing with it.
Yeah.
They've got no people. Like, if you look at doctors, they look through you. They go, oh, shut up. Not asked.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, they go, oh, are you? And they make you feel very patronised.
Yeah.
In your health. And you're just thinking, they're thinking, hurry up, I've got this tablet in my mind, what I just want to give you now so you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Basically.
It is, isn't it?
That's what 90% of the doctors doing.
When we come to Blackpool, there's been a lot of support for you.
Blackpool?
100%. There has, and that is one thing I can praise about this.
Yeah, no, that's it. This is in Liverpool, I mean. The doctors,
yeah.
I remember the doctor said, is he alright to sit in here with, and this is like a trainee fella.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, sounds, yeah, how's you? And then he went, how are you feeling, the trainee lad?
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him, blah, 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 blah. He ends up standing up, walking out the senior doctor, the trainee. I'm still talking to him. He's not even sitting at the desk, he's sitting on a bed.
Yeah.
And I went, Grant, what the fuck's going on here, lad? So all that factors in. You're coming out the doctors in a worse mental health state.
Yeah, because that's the way
you are
going you feel.
In.
Like, he's not sitting there and listening. It's the trainee person that wants to...
Yeah, listen, doctor, you know. Well, you should know.
Yeah.
Go and read the fucking notes.
You know why I think they don't relate? Is because it's never happened to them. So they can't relate.
They can't relate to it.
So they can't give that sympathy, and they can't do that because they don't understand themselves. They just got to go off like the book.
Yeah.
They read it in black and white and they think they know everything. They don't, because they... Like, I turned around to you when my mum passed away, and I went, the night she passed away, I said sorry to you. And you went, why? I said, because I didn't know what you was going through until it happened to yourself. And it's only just happened, so I wasn't really getting the feeling of what you was getting all over them months. But it was like, you don't understand it. And I remember this woman, or was it a fella, when we went to the doctors in Blackpool? I think it was a fella, and he went to you, but how are you feeling?
Yeah.
He said, don't mind all that. This was an actual doctor. He went, I just want to stop you there before we go any further. How are you feeling?
Yeah, he started listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and that was the most comforting thing I've ever seen in a doctor.
When he asked me that, I remember sinking into the chair.
Yeah.
We all relaxed and going, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's finally someone who wants to listen.
Yeah, and I remember coming out the doctors with you that day and you went, oh my God. I've never experienced the doctors like that before. And he was just amazing. And next minute, I think it wasn't even 24 hours after, the mental health team got in touch with you.
Yeah, to say you would booked you in.
We've booked you in straight away. All because of one person actually listened.
Yeah.
But I think he's actually had a family member that's gone through it, or he's gone through it himself and first-handedly experienced it, or he's been that good at his job and went, fuck the black and white paper. How are you?
He come away from the computer
and everything. He did.
He rolled over in his chair and faced me face to face.
Yeah. Looked you in the eyes.
And looked me in the eyes, and then he asked, how are you? And then he even said, I'm glad you didn't end it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. I want to cry.
I know.
I'm glad you didn't end it and you're still here today. And then when that happened...
Do you want some tissue?
No. But when that happened, I was like, oh my God, someone's actually listening now.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't take you to move 35 miles away to get listened to.
I know.
Do you know what I mean, Rose? They should be listening to you there. I remember in care, and we was looking after people with end of life, and there's got to go 2 people, to turn them.
Yeah.
And stuff in the bed, to wipe themselves and that.
Yeah.
And they had this agency person in. And I was speaking to the woman as I'm doing it, as I'm cleaning it, to relax it. Because when you've got mental health or you've gone through shit, you do experience. You've got sort of experience of how you'd want to be treated in that situation.
Yeah.
This woman doesn't want males cleaning her up.
Yeah.
Right? No woman would.
Yeah.
Old school.
Obviously, yeah.
Maybe in a 23, 30 years time, yeah. And we had no women on the thing, The only one was the nurse, and she was busy doing the meds. So I said, I'll just go in and I'll have a little chat with her. I asked her, is it okay if we do it? Because there's no one in at the moment, and we do need to get you changed, blah, blah, blah. When we come out, and I'm talking to her, where did you come from, love, and all that, man?
Yeah.
As I'm cleaning her up.
Because it's the dignity as well.
So she's talking to me, she's end of life, she's ready to go.
Yeah.
Right? When we come out, the lad turned around to me. I said, how come you talk to the clients?
Because it gives them dignity.
No, I know, but I looked at him like as if I was in the wrong.
Yeah.
I went, what do you mean, lad? He said, how can you talk to them? I said, because we're doing their personal care. What do you mean, how come you talk to them? I said, I want to relax them.
Yeah.
He said, I think it's good that you talk to them. I thought...
So he must be working with people that don't talk.
Yeah, he wasn't from here. He wasn't from here. He was from India. But I was thinking to myself, now this lad's going to university to learn how to be a doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought, lad,
Yeah.
or a nurse or whatever he was doing. I just thought, wow, this is what we're left with.
Yeah.
This is our current doctors and nurses, who these are, who these are going to be, who've got no experience. Doesn't matter where they're from.
Yeah.
Even people from Liverpool who are the same. They've never had to worry in their life. You need the experience.
Yeah. See, when I went into the care sector, I understood a lot more because of my mum.
Yeah.
Because I always looked after my mum. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't changing it, but I'd do more stuff than she needed. So, you know, so just talking to her normally, do you know what I mean? You get that experience from living it yourself, and also, like, the way you feel in yourself and you want to be treated yourself. Do you know what I mean? You try and do the best you can for them. So, but it's just mad. Like, I work with a girl and she covered herself with 3 masks because we were changing a stoma bag. Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh my God, because she put it on in front of the fella.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't be doing that. Go out the room, put them on, and then come back in.
Yeah, you're going to make them feel comfortable.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's where this whole society is losing.
Yeah.
This is why people are going on social media and kicking off on other people because they feel offended.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Everything they look at, they've been offended.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't lived. Them people haven't lived.
Yeah.
They haven't lived, Bob. I swear down. Because if you've lived and you've gone through what you've gone through, you'd know that is nothing compared to what you've been through.
What you've actually been through.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember sitting there in the hospital and this fella was pissed, wasn't he? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he's in one of them chairs. They're not wheelchairs. They're like big metal things, like the hospital ones. And he went, can I use your phone to phone me mum, lad?
Yeah.
So I went, yeah, you are, lad. Next minute, she never rang. She never rang out. Oh, my God. Then he latches onto you then, didn't he?
Yeah.
Can I use your phone again? I said, yeah, you are, lad. Can I phone me bird? I said, yeah, you are, lad. After the third time, I stopped taking the fucking piss, lad.
Yeah.
Then 5 minutes later, he goes, will you wheel me and bring me to the toilet when you messing, lad? I'm here, just nearly fucking done myself in. And you want me to take you to the toilet, do you remember?
No, but the funniest thing was you said no and he got up and started walking.
I know! I said no, he stood up and started walking to the toilet. But I'm looking around, but people can't see this.
No.
I'm looking around, I'm in the walk-in, not the walk-in, the waiting room.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around going, has anyone just seen him doing that? He come back out, sat back down and reeled and pushing his phones. He's going, nurse, am I being seen to yet? And I just went, the selfishness in people is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I done a course on narcissism. And I went, oh my God, that's me, that.
Yeah.
And I realised the points of being a narcissist, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I went, that's me, that. That's me ma. That's me dad. That's me brother. That's me sisters.
Yeah.
Do you know, but and then if you go on and on and on and on, it's everybody.
Yeah.
But because I done that course and I realised that when you're going into places and all you're doing is talking me, you realise and you go, hang on a minute, I haven't even asked nothing about them yet. And there's no empathy or nothing in people no more. There's none of that.
Yeah.
People aren't bothered and I just don't understand why. Because everyone is going against everybody else.
Yeah.
When it's not everyone else's fault. This is how people are going to survive.
Yeah.
This is how we're all trying to survive. Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
How do you I've never asked you this, so I'm going to ask you. When I wanted to do myself in them times, how did it make you feel?
Honest to God, it got to the point where I just wanted to say, you know what? Do it. If that's going to want to make you feel better, do it.
Yeah, because it got too much.
Because not that it got too much, and I wasn't being selfish or nothing like that. It does get too much. It wasn't the fact that I wanted to say, do it. Because I felt like saying, do you know what you're leaving behind?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you want to be like that, fucking do it. Let us all suffer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way it was in my head.
What was that, the last time?
The last time, yeah.
So it got enough for you then, hadn't it?
Yeah. Because it was just like, you can't see what's in front of your face. But I understand now that it's the most hardest thing to do and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? And I look at you and I go, how the fuck are you still here? Do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be able to put up the way you think.
What I've gone through.
Yeah, and stuff like that, and I just think, how the fuck are you still here? So I don't know, it's just hard. It's hard to explain, do you know what I mean? And I'd always say to you, think of the kids, and I think I'll stop saying that to you, because you're not thinking of no one else. And I think I realised that the last time that was in Liverpool. And I remember coming over, because we split up, didn't we? And I came over, and you was laying in bed, and you said to me, and I've always regret saying this to you, and you said to me, Rosie, I just want to go. I said, well, I'll help you.
I know.
Because as much as you love someone, you've got to let them go sometime. And I felt like it was, not that it was your time, I felt like it was like, you've had enough, haven't you? I could see the amount of pain that you was in. And I think that's what changed my mindset about our whole relationship and you as a person. And I went, I'd never hate that man again in my life. Because the pain that you've actually been through, and I've put you through some pain as well. I'm not going to sit here like an angel.
Yeah.
I've put you through, and that was the day I said to myself, whether I'm with you or not, because we still wasn't together at this point, but obviously I love you with all my full heart. And I said, I'll never hate that man again in my life, and I don't want anyone else to hate him. For the fact is, because if he's still here, then I want him to have the path that he should be on. And when we become homeless and stuff, and I've never talked to you about this, have I? And I say to myself, like, this is why I don't want to be in addiction. And when you say you want to drink and all that, it kills me, because I go, I don't want to fall back into there. I want to progress. I want to get you that house for you that you've always dreamed of. Because if one thing in life I want you to achieve before you either do hate yourself or anything happens, I want you to get your dream.
Yeah.
Because I want you to live that life that you've always dreamed of before you make your mind up. Do you know what I mean? And I don't talk often to you about what I think of, because it causes stress to you sometimes, because I'm a nuisance, aren't I?
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know when you're thinking. It's like when I phone my dad up and he goes, I'm asleep, you know. Well, how the fuck do I know? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know that you're deep in thought sometimes, but sometimes I can tell. And when I say things, it causes more stress because the way I put things sometimes and that. Do you know what I mean? So it's very hard for me to get my feelings over to you and stuff like that, because I don't want to cause any stress to you. So I could sit here and I could think of a lot of things, but the least thing I want to do is cause any harm to you.
The thing that why I wanted to go the most, it was because my nan was gone, you know.
I understand that. I do.
It wasn't even because my man had gone.
I know.
It was because my nan had gone.
You don't understand that.
And that's why I just thought, fuck this, I'm off. Because at the time, she's the only one I could ever, like, fucking be normal to.
That day your nana went, I was upstairs asleep. I can remember it. We'd been having a drink. And I went upstairs, because we had the kids, didn't we? But your family members come around, and you was downstairs, because obviously we all knew, didn't we? We
were waiting for it.
Waiting for it.
But I was using what I was kept drinking.
No, I know. But obviously, so that day it happened. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, wasn't it? Probably late in like the morning time. And I remember you shouting upstairs, Rosie, she's gone. And that day was the day that your world crumbled, but it made my world crumble as well because your nana was like a nana to me. But she wasn't just that, she was my best mate and everything, Grant. Because I used to be there all the time and that.
Yeah.
But it was more heartbreaking because seeing you, I knew your life just fucking... I knew you had mental health problems, but that day was when your world crashed down. And I understand that. I remember sitting on the couch, we just ordered some pizza and that. It was the night before the funeral. And I had all the clothes and that set out for us and stuff. And we ordered pizza and we watched the Elton John film. Was it the film?
Yeah.
And that song come on. It was a Tiny Dancer.
No, it's Candles in the Wind.
Candles in the Wind, that was it. And he was singing it. And next minute he just broke down. And I just didn't know what to do. Because even though that I'd seen you like cry before, like over your dad and that and stuff like that, because you never opened up till you got with me. And I just looked at you and I went, I don't know what I can do for you. And that was the day I started asking you every day up until today, are you alright? Are you alright? What's up?
The reason I only opened up to you, Rose, I think it was because of the friendship, you know.
Yeah.
Like I opened up to a girl previously before you and it just got all through back at my face.
Yeah.
Back in my face, so that's why I'd bottle a lot up them from years. And for me to speak out, it took a lot then.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you anything, how I'm feeling, I'll tell you exactly how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to know how you felt during it all. That's why I asked you, because I thought I've never really asked. That was when we were talking then. I thought I've never really ever asked her how she felt through that and what I'd done to her, what like through being like that. Because I think today I wouldn't be here if you weren't by my side.
Yeah, I don't think you would be either. Honest truth.
And when all that happened, and then next minute your mum passed away, and we just went worse and worse and worse. In the end, we wasn't even partners, Rose. It wasn't even like that, was it?
That was the very first time I thought to myself, you know, I don't want to be with him.
Yeah.
When my mum passed away. And that was only because, obviously, you had your own things going on in that, Bob. And I remember this one day talking to you, and it was the only way you could do it. Do you know what I mean? And he said something, and you was like, "Come on, Rosie, you're getting me down." Something like that. We need to try and lift our spirits. And I went, "Yeah, I don't want to be with him." Just an instant thought, but 2 seconds later it was gone. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, I fucking love him, you know. Because the conversation changed, do you know what I mean? But it was mad because I felt like I had no support whatsoever when my mum passed away, Grant. Because I was still seeing if you was alright over losing your mum.
No, 100%. I would agree with that 100%. You never.
And I was still...
Because what I was going... You were trying to be there for me and I was just going, Rose, you know, I couldn't be a partner for it. It was because if I'd have got over if it had got over it, BB wasn't even given time.
It wasn't. It was still raw. But obviously that's where my selfishness kicked in. Because for 6 months before my mum passed away, I was at your beck and call. I didn't know what to do other than be right next to you. And then, but little did I know, my selfishness kicked in when my mum passed away, and I was like, well, where's my support? But you're still fucking, you're not even grieving. Still. You're still on autopilot from 6 months before.
Yeah.
I'm an adult now, I understand that, do you know what I mean? And like, I'd never want you to do it any way different.
You were an adult then, by the way. She was an adult then.
No. No, but I wouldn't want to be any different, do you know what I mean? Because you've got your own problems to deal with. And now I've got to be a big girl and look after my own fucking problems.
No, so I think I could have been there more. I could have done a lot more for you. I'm thinking now, I wish then we would have just got out of Liverpool.
I do.
As soon as your mum passed away, after that, I think we should have just went out of Liverpool. But I know I wanted to be close to the kids and look for the house. When that 3-bedroom house come up and all that, we were like, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? And
it was a lot closer to the kids.
You loved the house. I hated it. I never wanted that house, you know.
I think I just wanted it to get away from that fucking...
The bed sit. Because when we left your mum's, we were in a bed sit with me, and then we got that 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
But the day we walked in, the week we walked in, that we were harassed by the landlord.
I know.
From the minute we walked in, they never done any of the repairs or nothing.
I know.
But they're harassing us. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's just... I could have been there a lot more. I could have done a lot more things. I think we just...
But I don't open my mouth, Grant. I never open my mouth.
And I know, but you shouldn't have to. I should have.
No. But you deal with things your own way. So what you've got to think of, right, is you look at me and you think that I deal with it that way. Like the way I look at you sometimes, I go, come on, just let's go. And you go, but I can't do that, Rosie. We've got different minds. So if I opened up to you a lot more than what I did, I think we would have been on a different path even now. Honest to God.
Yeah.
So when we went to that bed sit, you was on nights. All I done was wait for your phone calls, laid in that bed, watch films. I didn't know what to do. I was upstairs in I was living on noodles because I was scared of the fucking kitchen and that. Do you know what I mean? It was a horrible place. And it was like, and then next minute Liverpool would play, and You'll Never Walk Alone was playing and stuff like that. And then I'm sitting there and I'm looking over the park, looking into the sky, because we had the blinds on the things, and where you could pull up. And I'd just sit on the couch most of the time, smoking out the thing, because I didn't want to go downstairs.
Yeah.
And I'd just be smoking out the window, just staring into space. And I'd just be like, I couldn't wait for your phone calls, do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. It was just crazy. But if I opened my mouth a lot more to the way I was feeling, I don't think we would have been in the situation in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Might have been together though.
Never know.
And I'm glad, and I'll always praise Blackpool for that.
Yeah.
Because we was hard when we come here, Bob. We were like oh my God.
I know.
We were just, our coats were hanging off us. It was just the way we was. We had the same, we only had 2 outfits.
I know.
And a pair of pyjamas each.
Wasn't even that, we had one outfit.
Did we?
A pair of pyjamas and a coat.
And when we come here, we were so cold. We were so pale. We were so like, oh wow. It's completely different than what we are now.
I know.
Completely different than what we are now.
Can I ask you a question?
Do
you still believe that you're... No, let me rephrase that. Do you know that you're only just grieving over your mum now?
Yeah.
Because it's been a long time.
I know, yeah. It has been a long time, but when my mum passed away, it's like I wasn't asked.
It wasn't. It wasn't like you wasn't asked.
But that's how I feel.
I know.
And I was going, why aren't you affected by this? What I was doing is thinking about me nan. Me nan. Because that was just constantly in my brain.
I know, but you was at your nan's every day, you know. You was your nan's best mate, even from when you was a kid. I heard stories that you was always with your nana and stuff like that. And the first person you said to me, I can't wait for you to meet me nana. I never met your mum, but it was just a massive thing. Can't wait for you to meet me nana. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how much you meant to your nan and how much she meant to you.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, do you know what I mean? You wanted your nana's approval, not your mum's. It was your nana's. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the way she was to you. So obviously, she was a big person in your life. So you're obviously going to grieve for her a long time.
Yeah.
So your mum, you're still on autopilot over your nana.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not that thought any different or not asked about it. It's the way you've been because you're still not over, like, you're still not used to the thought that you've lost your nan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, so that's the way you've got to think. But a couple of years before, 3 years before that, you lost your dad as well, Grant. And I don't think you started grieving for your dad up until you got with me.
Yeah, when I opened my mouth.
And when you opened your mouth. So don't forget, up until the time of your nana passing away, for 2 years straight, I can remember when we was having drinks and that, it's all she'd speak about is your half fella. And obviously you're getting things off. So your grieving point started then and not ended, because you still think about your dad now. But then you've got your nanny, and your world just went boom.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So your grieving process has been for 7 years, Grant.
I always think to this day, if my mum was here, she'd be sectioned and all that. No?
Yeah.
Because of the way she was, do you know what I mean?
I think that about my mum. I think she'd be in bed with an oxygen tank on her and that now.
Do you? So that makes it a lot easier for me to brush off my mum. It shouldn't do. But I always think she was a crank, my mum.
Yeah, she was a crank. But she was bossed out.
I know.
She'd do absolutely anything for you, Grant.
She put everyone up in the family.
I know.
In her house.
I know. That's where you fucking got it. You've had all your fucking family members.
I know.
They just knock at the door, do you know what I mean?
But I thought that's the way it should be.
But that's the way it should be. That is the way it should be. I remember I was in the hospital with the fella, and I had the house in Cambria, and she come and live with me. Do you know what I mean? Instead of going back to my mum's, she come and stay with me. That's the way it should be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you look after your own. I've had one of my mates come and she split up with a girlfriend from a long time, split up, like, lost her nan, and she come and live with me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the way it should be.
But I, honest to God, just like, I couldn't grasp it with us. I just couldn't grasp it. And I think when a lot of people talk behind your back, or a lot of people have to say on what you are because the jealousy or whatever their problem is with you.
Yeah.
Other people believe them.
Yeah.
And I think when they get to know you, they go, you know what? They're actually all right then.
Well, that's what happened with me mate Tasha. Right? She was from Manchester. And she come up and was with my mate's brother and all that, and they had kids. And then next minute, I started being dead close with Tasha. And she's arguing with my mate, and they'd fucking go back and forth. I'd say, I'm staying out of it. I wouldn't stick up for none of them. Do you know what I mean? And my mate actually gave me shit for that. I was like, well, what do you want me to do? Because I'm mates with Tasha as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How am I supposed to stick up for you when I'm mates with her as well? And you've been mates with her a lot longer.
So why is it always like that with girls, Rose?
I don't know, but I knew
lads aren't like that, you know.
I knew the real Tasha and the way she actually was. Do you know what I mean? Like, I got to know her, like, deep down. Do you know what I mean?
See, at that age, right, growing up, it was all, girls are more bitchy, aren't they? Where, like, lads, if you just didn't like them, you're too fuss of them and fucking fussy or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you little bastard.
Yeah.
And it'll end up a fight. Anyway, if they both don't like each other. Or, like, do you know, that's just the way lads was, but women, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He's mad.
Yeah, what cranks like. But it's just one of them, isn't it? But how do you feel anyway?
I'm sound. Feel alright. You nearly made me cry there.
Nearly, you know. You were sobbing.
Oh, that's what's here.
So, yeah.
Should we end it
the end of it?
Should we end it there? Join us next Sunday. Go on.
Next Sunday, 7 p.m.
Next Sunday, 7 p.m. Thanks a lot.
See you later.